Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We were discussing the chapters motion and measurement of distances. In this chapter till now we have read about the story of transport and old units of measurement like handspan, cubit or pace. These units are not authentic because it varies from person to person. So, in 1960, scientists adopted uniform and convenient common standard units for measurement of various physical quantities. These were known as the International System of Units or SI system. Everything that we express has two things. One is the numeric and one is its unit. In SI units, some physical quantities are as follows. The SI units of physical quantities are as follows. Like the SI unit, standard international unit for length is meter. There are many units of length, but the standard international unit of length is meter. The standard international unit for time is second, though we can express time in hour, minutes, everything, but the standard international unit for the time is seconds. The SI unit for mass is kilogram, and the SI unit for the temperature is Kelvin. Four physical quantities and their SI units are given in your book. Beside these, there are two more quantities like electric current, which is measured in ampere, and luminous intensity, which is measured in candela. These are six physical quantities. So you have to remember the four physical quantities like length, time, mass, and temperature, and their units. The unit for length is meter. The SI unit for time is second. The SI unit for mass is kilogram. The SI unit for temperature is Kelvin. In our daily life, we use meter, kilometers, centimeters, and hour, minutes, or temperature in degree centigrade or Fahrenheit. But the SI units are as follows: length in meter, time in second, mass in kilograms, and temperature in Kelvin. Now we will discuss how to measure length, measurement of length. What is length? Can you tell me what is length? Length is the distance between 2 points or place. You can see this figure which is drawn here. This figure is of a 6-inch ruler which you use in your class. There are marks on this from 1 to 30, from 0 to 30. This 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are centimeter marks, and between the 0 and 1 and 1 and 2 you can see 10 small lines. In your scale which you use in your home, you can see in that also that small lines are of millimeters. To measure small lengths or short distance, we measure it in centimeters and millimeters. Like a pencil or a notebook has small length which is much smaller than a meter, so we don't write it in meters but we write it in centimeters and millimeters. The relation between centimeters and millimeter is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. To measure distance, long distance, like distance between two cities or two places, then meter is also small for that. Then we measure it in kilometers, like the distance from your school at home and home, if it is 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, so we write it as kilometers. There are short forms, like we write M for meter, cm for centimeters, mm for millimeters, km for kilometers. Now Sometimes there are very large distance to be measured, like distance between two stars. Then we cannot use kilometers for that. For that we use bigger units like light year. Light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. You know what, light has the fastest speed. The speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. So, in 1 second, light travels in 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters. So, in 1 year, the distance which the light covered, which is equal to 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meters, or 9.46 into 10 to the power 12 kilometers, is called as light year. Means the distance traveled by light in 1 year. Now we shall discuss rules for writing symbols. First, symbols are not followed by full stop. Okay, you cannot write after this kilometer, see here or here I have not put a full stop. So symbols are not followed by full stops. Then symbols are not written in plural. You will write 100 centimeter only, not 100 cms. You will write only 100 cm. 100 cms is wrong. Then always symbols are written in small letters. The small m for meter, not capital M. Similarly, kilometer we will write small k and small m, not capital K and capital M. So these are the rules for writing symbols. Now we shall discuss how to measure length of a object. To measure the length of an object like a card, we place the scale along the object in such a way that the 0 mark of the scale coincides with the left end of the object. You can see in this picture. See in this picture. The 0 mark is at one end and the object to be measured is placed on the other end. So, the 0 mark of the scale coincides with the left end of the object. Then we read the scale divisions coinciding the right end. Here the scale division is on 5. So, or it is not exactly on 5, but if I am going to enlarge this figure, it is on 5, sorry, it is 5.5. So, the length of this piece of card is 5.5. Then there are some precautions which we have to take while using scale. First is placement of scale. Look at this figure. I am enlarging this figure, you can see. Look at this figure. The scale should be placed with the object along its length as shown in the figure. If we place it at an angle, then our reading will not be correct. So this is the correct position and this is the wrong position. Okay, the scale should be placed with the object along its length. Then next is worn out ends. Suppose the 0 mark of your scale is worn out, it is not proper. Then what you will do? See in this figure. In some scales, the 0 mark cannot be clearly seen on, or the ends of the scale may not be broken. In such cases, we should measure the length of the object starting from any other marks of the scale. We subtract the reading of this mark from the reading of the other end. You can see in this picture that the left end is not on 0. So, how can, suppose the left end is on 1 and the last end is on 4.5. So, distance will be 4.5 minus 1, that will be 3.5. 5. Then position of the eyes. Our eyes must be focused exactly above the end points of which we are taking measurement. See in this figure, the middle figure, the eye should be on exactly above the end point, not angle side. It should be straight above. Okay, this is the middle one is the correct position, and these two positions are wrong. Now we will do an activity to measure the length of a curved line. Straight line you can easily measure. You can place the left side on the 0 mark, and the distance can be calculated easily. Now you have to calculate the length of an curved line. Curved line means line which is not straight. So you will take a piece of thread for this and a meter scale. You make a knot at one end of the thread. This knot will act as the starting point for measuring the length of the curved line. Place the knot of the thread at the beginning of the curved line at point A. See in this figure here. Place it on A. Then with the help of the left thumb and then the forefinger, place a small portion of the thread exactly above the curved line. So you put the thread exactly above the curved line with the help of the right thumb and the forefinger. The thread between your two fingers now has the same length as the portion AB of the line. Again place a small portion of the thread along the next portion of the line. In this way you can run the thread all along the curved lines in small gaps at a time. Make a mark on the thread where it touches the other end of the curved line. Now straighten the thread and measure the length. The distance between the knot and the other mark of the mark by keeping it along a meter scale. Length of this position is the length of the curved line. This is how you can calculate the length of a curved line. Okay.